in this film we're going to show you guys how you can create a very simple sort of email form. And the way this is going to work, I've made a contact page here, and I've got click here to email us, which we're going to deal with in this film, and then click here to tell us about your day, which we're going to deal with in a later film. All I've done is create a page here. You can see, so click here to email us, that links to email form, and I'm going to double click on that one, open that page up, and as you can see, there's basically nothing there. So what we're now going to do is create a form. To do this, I'm just going to go to Insert, funnily enough, and Form. And I'm going to put a form in. Fantastic. Now you can see a red dotty line appears, and that's the area of the form. Now what I'm going to do is create a little table. I need to think this one through. I want to get, so I'm going to send a message on through the name, the email address, and the message they're going to send us. So let's think about how we're going to do that one. Name, email address, message. I'm going to insert a table, and this table I think I will run with, let's go with 7 rows and 2 columns. Table width, I'm going to go, let's make it 400 pixels I think this time, and I'm just going to press OK. Fantastic. So in here I'm going to type in name, and I'm just going to drag this one over a little bit here, and in this box I'm going to put a little what we call text box that you can fill in. Now to do this I'm just going to go insert form, funnily enough because we're in a form, and I've got a text field. In it goes, and there's the box. Now if you think that maybe the width of that box isn't quite enough, we could increase the maximum characters, let's say 30, press enter, and kind of hoping that would have changed. Let's try char width instead, 30, that's what I was looking for. Maximum characters like a validation rule, so I'm going to put that in there in case you're a Russell Bavington Smythe or something like that. So character width I'm going to say 30, if you want it bigger, let's go 40, and you can see that increases the size of the box up there, up to you. We want the email address, so I'm going to put email, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to insert form, and we're going to put a text field in there, and again you can choose your character width, so I'll go with 40 again, so it looks about right. And of course what we want is excuse me, a message. And what's going to happen here is that instead of putting in a text field, I'm going to pop a text area in here, and that looks a little bit there, a little bit on the small side, so I'm thinking maybe 40 would fit in with the general aesthetic, and a number of lines I'm thinking maybe 4. Makes the box a little bit bigger. I've got a little scroll bar that appears there. You'll also notice here, can you see how it appears that we're not inside the form anymore? If I just Control S to save that, and I'll close it down and then reopen it, we are actually inside the form. It's just a little default screen, but I suppose it's a problem really, it doesn't adjust the form. Anyway, just wanted to emphasise to you, you're not coming out of the red box, don't worry. So what we now need, of course, is a button that when you press it, it sends an email. So I will put a little button here, and I'm going to insert to my form once more, and button, and a little submit button appears there. So that looks fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and it's not going to work, but I'll show you the basic premise in it. Let's preview this in Internet Explorer. Excuse me for burping there. It was more of a hiccup than a burp. So let's see how this one looks. I have pressed yes, but it's decided that it wants to take forever and a day to happen. Oh, finally that's appearing, and there we go, fantastic. And we have this, so I'll put in my name is David, and my email address is david at hotmail, hometail at hotmail.com, and message hello. Of course my email address isn't that, I have no idea who david at hotmail.com is. If you want to email him, that's great. I press submit, and nothing happened really. It looks like nothing's happened. Well, in fact nothing has happened. I'm just going to get rid of this just for a moment. We'll allow the block content, just yes. Oh my gosh, I have to retry. Anyway, that's back. Oh, it's got JavaScript in there, wasn't it? Fantastic. When you press this button, it has to have the instruction to do something. Now this has been rather unfortunate that I don't think it's going to work because I haven't got what we call Outlook set up, but I'm going to explain this first of all. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go into the code here, and you'll see stuff you can recognize: submit button, text area 40 and 4. That's the text area that we put in. If we scroll up, we find, look, there's text field 2, type, that's the where we ask for the email address, and this is the input name text field where we ask for the name. But if we scroll up a little further, what we've got here is the stuff about the form. This is all this stuff here, okay, which is where you set up the form 1, and it's given us a. But what I'm interested in is this command here that says action. And what I'm going to do is type in mail to and put a colon, and I'm going to put David at ictcoverlessons.com. Okay, it doesn't matter that it forced it out. If I just put that there, okay, what's going to happen now is that, in fact, let's preview. Yes, we'll save those changes and we'll pop back to the internet. Now, I don't think this is going to work for me, but if you try this on your computers at school, what will happen is when you press submit, they'll pop up with this message: the form is being submitted using email. Submitting this form will reveal your email address to receive. That's okay. What's going to happen if I press OK? I don't think anything's going to happen here for me because I don't have it comes up with Outlook. But actually, for you guys, it would send the email address. It wouldn't just pop up with this. It would actually send the whole of the email with the contacts there. It would actually work. Mine's not doing that because I don't use Outlook on my computer. But if you do it on your computers at school and send, well, I've put email Phillips. That's a bit silly, wasn't it? Should have put at hotmail.com. Makes no difference anyway. But just trust me on this one. If you do this at school and your school uses Outlook for your email, then this actually will work and you'll start getting emails sent to you. The reason being is that when you press submit, it actually carries out the action of mailing it to the email address that you put in. So obviously put your own email address in there, or if you want to wind up friends and family, put their email addresses in and they can get loads of spam emails, which if you know a little bit about ASP and PHP, it's a fantastic way of bombarding people with tens of thousands of emails. I used to do it, but I'm not going to show you here. Anyway, I'm boring you. What I'd like you to do is go back to Dreamweaver, make yourself a simple form. First of all, make sure you've got it in the red area, insert the form, put your little boxes in, have a submit button, and then go into your code and make sure that where it's got action, you put mail to colon and then put the email address in. And trust me, at your school it will work if you're using Outlook.